yelling. No, he's got a megaphone. Is he yelling? Stop yelling. He's yelling. Why is he yelling? I'm a soy boy. Floppy soy boy with man breasts. I can't handle anyone that raises their voice or shows any emotion. White people must just shit and just be fat white men just must be quiet and look at their phones like this. Oh. Yeah, I love that last week. I've gotten that from time to time. This looks a little dark tonight. Oh, well. No. You know, everybody else, proud, man. Proud. They're proud. Pride. Respect. And I'm looking a little jolly myself. I've had some good meals. But no, I just, my people are to just shut up and, I don't know, just pay our taxes and pay for everybody else's party. And they burn the shit down in the city. We just build it again. And, of course, then we're told to call them righteous. Oh, pride. No one's been able to answer me what's, I want to hear from every letter. I want to hear the pride. Tell me of the pride. I have pride in this. A little gift from my daughter for Father's Day yesterday. Tomorrow's my birthday. I can't wait to see what she'll draw. And the other daughter went and got me a sugar-coated sweetie that was on my favorite Ultraman plate. Ultraman was a Japanese superhero, and I'm North America's biggest collector of Ultraman. This is a new product they wanted me to try and talk about. It's carrot bacon, and it doesn't taste like bacon at all, but it does taste like shit. This I haven't tried yet. They wanted me to mention this on Gourmet. So you got to be careful sending me stuff here to Muller Matter because you don't know what if I'm gonna like it or not. This has truffles and chocolate and almonds. It's a little peanut butter. That sounds pretty good. And this has broken up pretzels in it. Peanut butter, broken up pretzels. I'll let you know how that is. This is a new product. Bags of pickles. Sucker Punch 3-pepper pickles. Does that sound good to you? Huh? Yeah. Okay. Shrug from the cameraman. Moon cheese. I don't know what that is, but do you eat it with your ass? Moon cheese. That sounds pretty good. I found these. I haven't seen these in a long time. This is a forgotten flavor. You got to be a certain age, I guess. But butterscotch. Can you see that word there? Butterscotch. Nobody knows. My kids don't know what butterscotch is. This was a very popular flavor that has been forgotten. Why is he yelling? Why does he show emotion? Henry Winkler is in the TV show Barry. There's a bald character on there, a hitman that it almost makes it unwatchable, but I do love the show Barry. I believe it's come to an end, but I wrote my old friend Henry Winkler and told him that I appreciated it, and he sent me a nice book. He loves fishing as I do. Henry Winkler, come on, the Fonz, right? And what is he writing here? Mancow is fantastic. Thank you so much, Henry Winkler, the Fonz. Always cool to hear from the Fonz. I'll never be so cool that I don't get a kick out of the Fonz. And should we before we bring on our guests, should we do a quick song? I used to listen to the Ted Nugent show, and he would just all of a sudden break into a guitar solo for 20 minutes. He had a radio show. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I think of that. He would just jam for 20 minutes. And I'm not really going to play this, but hey, bring out your guns. Bring them outside. The government's your friend. Dump them in the pile. I mentioned the Holocaust and guns, and the fact checker said Jewish people not having guns didn't make any difference. Yeah, I bet you some of those, instead of being lined up and killed, I bet some of them would have killed some Nazi ass to fight back. And that's really what it's about, fighting back against tyranny. Does anyone need an AR-15? Does anyone need a little whiny ass bitch communist? No. I'll leave you alone. Leave me alone. These are my dad. My dad's dead many years now, but I keep these in my office. This guy worked hard, man. Look at these gloves. So I could sit here and do this. I mean, he wasn't a soldier or anything, right? Heroes work here at the post office. Heroes work here. Heroes. At the hospital. Heroes work here. Heroes. Notice they were all heroes until they refused to get I want all the commies. Just keep getting them. I don't know what SADS is. Sudden adult death syndrome. I wonder how that's happening all of a sudden. I wonder why kids are having heart attacks all of a sudden. No idea. They'd rather be, they'd rather be wrong. They'd rather be stupid than wrong. This was from Dr. Demento, one of my radio heroes, a gift he sent me. So when I whip out my big 10-inch, Dr. Demento's 10-inch, there was a song. Anyone remember that song? Anyway, this was from Dr. Demento, something from his archives. A 10-inch ruler. Dude, I can break it in half and you can use it. You missing this guy yet? $1.43 gas. I remember $1.43 gas. We're gonna be able to tell our kids that, right? God, kids, I remember during the Donald Trump years when we had $1.43 gas.
And then I tweeted, I have many millions between Facebook and Twitter. It's great. It's like owning a newspaper without the losses. It's incredible.
Anyway, let's begin here. This is the Lion's Den. I hope you knew that before you tuned in. This is where the angels and the devils fight, and they're choosing up sides tonight. Me, I'm part man, I'm part monkey, I'm part mystery, and the angels and the devils are playing tug of war with my personality. And I want to declare this over you. I know you pray for me, and I pray for you every morning and night. I want to declare this over you that mankind, governments, whatever, cannot have any effect on what God has ordained for you. So don't let the bastards get you down. Should we hit the intro? Let's hit the big intro, and then we'll start. Yeah, funky. There he is. His foot got caught. Yeah. His foot got caught. Yeah. Yes, we saw Biden fall. His foot got caught. Gas prices, nothing to do with Biden. It's Ukraine. I'm with Ukraine. I'm with whatever the liars tell me to be with. I'm with Ukraine. A chicken in every pot. No, we're not going to have a chicken in every pot, but we will have a drag queen at every library. What is that? What is this? Now all of a sudden, every library must have a drag queen story time for children. When did that become a thing? I wanted to tell you, just being from Suicide Falls, Missouri, if you want to be like me, if you want to be strong like the Mancow, Manwich, my wife cannot believe I eat this. And you know what? I'm going to die probably 20 to 30 years before she does. Why? Because I want to. I've had enough life, and I'm going to enjoy life eating white trash shit like Manwich. Manwich makes you a fat ass. It's very hard to get off the couch after you eat a Manwich. Manwich. You'd like to turn off Ray Donovan, but the remote is all the way on the coffee table because you just had Manwich. And another thing I want to tell you, now this is what the rich people ate in Suicide Falls, Missouri, so I eat it now that I live in Muller Manor. Have you ever heard of LeSueur peas? I haven't had a pea in years. Have you ever had LeSueur pea? Oh my God, there's peas and they're canned peas. Oh man, LeSueur peas. If you got the money, spend it now. LeSueur peas, delicious. My wife just got home. She's bringing me Tostitos and chips, the lime chips, and cheese for me and my friends after the show. We always have a little get-together here at Muller Manor. So a chicken in every pot? No, you're not going to eat. And why are they burning down all the food processing plants? What's that about? What's the number now? 50? What's the setup with the food, huh? Chronicles 7:13. There's a reason we're not being blessed. I think Bailey can win. I'm backing Bailey for governor. I'm backing Vallis and having a fundraiser at my restaurant Marquesa Wednesday night for Vallis, for mayor, to go against Beetlejuice. And if God is on our side, this is going to happen. But is God on our side? Is God going to bless us? The Bible is very clear about it. Chronicles 7:13. And I think we are not being blessed. And I also want to tell you about a local guy here. And there's a whisper campaign. There's a whisper campaign that he doesn't want to stop. That he doesn't want to stop aborting babies. Shh. He wants you to know he loves abortion. So Bill Gates on Epstein Island 37 times. Why? Well, he was busy on that 38th time. He would have liked to have gone a whole lot more. So, all right, we have a great guest coming up. I don't want to do it yet. I just want to tell you, filling up the gas tank. I know you guys have felt the pain. I feel physically sick. I have the corona virus. I get sick every time I fill up in the Biden economy. So stocks are crashing. Shelves are empty. Food processing plants are burning down. The elections are fixed, many believe. Violence is an all-time high. You know what? Now's a good time to give up your gun. Now's the right time to give up your gun. Chicken face. Yeah. Why don't you people stop lying? You know what I tell my kids? Girls, you lie to me, you're going to end up being a fact checker on Instagram. All right. Let's say hi to the guest real quick and see how he's doing. Next week we've got a great guest. How are you, Larry?
Just fine. How are you doing today?
You look like a jolly old soul. I'd hire you to be Santa. I would put a beard on you, and you look at those rosy cheeks.
A little bit.
Are you a drinker?
No.
So I have to tell you what happened. They say, I'm not kidding you. I misunderstood. Actually, I think my producer spelled it wrong, but I thought we were having a master chef on. And I know that's happened before, and I wish I was kidding. But you're a master chief. What is that?
It's the senior enlisted pay grade in the United States Navy. So retired.
They're a bunch of pussies, aren't they?
Currently,
no, I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. I'm just kidding with you. What do you think of the show so far?
So far, so good. We're spouting facts.
Are we agreeing on some stuff?
Absolutely.
Oh, good. What are you running for?
I'm running for the Tennessee House of Representatives District 12 here in Sevier County, Tennessee.
Sounds severe. What is that? I know Knoxville. I know Nashville.
Okay, so it's southeast of Knoxville, right where Dollywood is.
Wow. So my Dollywood, I got a lot of stories. I got to tell you something, son. Have you been to that Red Skelton show there?
No.
Near Dollywood is the Red Skelton show. Even if you don't know who that is, he was an old-time comedian.
Oh, I know him.
That show is unbelievable. Then the Stampede is fun. I know it used to be North versus South, but
right.
they can't do that anymore because that's not politically correct. But old Dolly.
My daughter works there.
What's that?
My daughter works at Stampede.
I'll tell you, I saw some beautiful. Is she one of the dancers?
No.
They got that moron down in that moron that's part of the show.
Skeeter.
Yeah, Skeeter. So Skeeter called. It had nothing to do with me being Mancow. It just happened. Skeeter called my daughters out of the audience, and they were chasing pigs or something. Old Skeeter. Yeah, that's a good gig. That Civil War show in Dollywood was probably the worst show I've ever seen. And the guy came out and he said, "Now listen, the Civil War was. Have you seen it?
I've seen it."
The guy said, "Now listen, the Civil War was not what you think. I've been inside the halls of Congress. I've seen all the secret files, and the Civil War was not what you think it's about slavery." Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. If you're easily offended, you get out of this theater because you're going to hear some stuff that's going to shock you. You're going to hear some truth, and then it's the biggest cornball piece of shit. I'll tell you, at one point, I'm not kidding. You'll remember this. He rolled an egg across the stage, and he goes, "I like Chinese food. That's an egg roll." The show is horrible. But I ran into the CEO of Chick-fil-A, and I said, "I love your Jesus chicken," and he chuckled, and I said, "What's the secret to hiring your employees?" And he said, "Secret, huh?" He's been a bit of a smart ass. Mm-hmm. Secret, huh? And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Let me tell you a secret. We hire him that way." And he goes, "No," I'm just messing with you. He goes, "I want to tell you," he goes, "if somebody walks in, they got a smile on their face and they're making eye contact with you, that's how they're going to be with your customers. If you have someone comes in and they're dressed like a slob and for the interview, guess what? That's how they're going to be with your customers." So it's a lovely little area. Larry, you're going to lose. It'll start with toes and then your legs, and you're going to lose everything because of sweet tea.
No, I don't drink sweet tea.
What?
Well, I know it's terrible.
That sweet tea that you guys have in Tennessee is, I mean, my fillings all rattle.
Right. We invented Mountain Dew here in Tennessee too.
Yeah. Do you know what flavor that? Do you know what's? And I lost 30 some odd pounds, and I did nothing else. But I used to drink the big bottles of Mountain Dew to run my show here in Chicago in the early 90s. And I was doing eight of the 32 ounces, or whatever it was, a day, 8. And I just stopped that. It was Diet Mountain Dew. I just stopped that, and I lost a ton of weight. Do you know what flavor Mountain Dew is supposed to be?
No, absolutely not.
Pineapple.
Pineapple, really?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I don't taste the pineapple.
No.
I don't taste the pineapple at all. Anyway, I just love your area. It's a beautiful area. I would consider a lot of people from around here are moving to the Tennessee area. My friend Jimmy John, I think, is living there now. He just couldn't do the taxes anymore. Jimmy John, the Sandwich King, can't stand that main strip there in Nashville. The tourist strip, just a nightmare. And I really hate that some of the bullshit music that isn't really music at all, just bass and filth. I hate that some of that music has crept in because you guys have such a history of great music. I'm also a big fan of Greg Locke, who has you know him?
Oh yeah, I met with him. I did a rally back in October of last year that him and I were some of the speakers there and got to meet him there.
So
he's on fire.
Yeah, he's on fire. They tried to mess with him and close his church down because he's not a communist. And he went outside with a bullhorn like I did. And they kept trying to find stuff wrong with it. No, there's not enough ventilation, so he went and cut big holes in the tent. Okay, now, and he's just a fighter. We're going to have him on. He's on the show next week.
Oh, good deal.
So, look, I spoke at a town hall for a guy named Darren Bailey. He's running for governor here. I'm having a dinner Wednesday night, as I said, for a guy named Paul Vallis, who we want to be mayor. I'm sure you know our mayor, the famous Beetlejuice. And, these Republicans, they had a guy called Irvin, who I think got $55 million. Now listen to the Republican, Larry. Are you ready? He's a Republican that celebrates godless, communist, anti-family, anti-America, BLM. Where did all the money go, BLM?
Right.
Okay, he supports BLM. He voted for Biden. He voted for Obama. And he's anti-cop. That's a Republican. That's a Republican in Illinois. Republican. Say that again, Larry.
I call them a trans-publican. They say they're a Republican, but they identify as a Republican, but they're completely something different.
I love that.
We have a lot of them here in Tennessee.
I love that. Yeah. Hey, do you love that? So these pieces of shit that ruined our schools here are going to move there and vote for the same bullshit.
Oh, they already have.
They don't want God. They don't want America. They don't want borders. And then their neighborhoods get so shitty. They leave. And they take the cancer to you. They take the cancer to Florida. Han Win is this guy's name. He's an Asian guy. Look, I love Asia. I go to Asia 2 to 4 times a year. I love Asian. I love Japan. But Korea, I've had a great time in Korea. I love those Korean hot dogs. There's a Kong dog here that's a corn dog rolled in flaming hot Cheetos. Larry.
Wow.
Yeah, brother. I ate it 8 out of 10 days. And my wife said, they're running out of denim. You better slow down, boy. But Han Win, there's a whisper campaign that he isn't for late-term abortion. There's a whisper campaign. He's running for state rep of the 13th district, and he wants you to proudly know that he supports abortion, up until the kid's 4 or 5 years old. I'm kidding there. But then they go into, if they don't let you abort your babies, what are they going to do to blacks, browns, and gays?
It's fear.
And that's really what he's saying. My friend Darren Bailey is like, he's running for governor here, and they sent out a flyer, and this is the negative flyer. This is negative. Larry, you ready?
I'm ready.
The choice, believes in borders, doesn't believe we should have a sanctuary city, believes in that we should, have ID checked at the. By the way, most black people believe we should have ID at the voters when they vote. Black people. I mean, this is, it's the white commie libs that are using these folks. And anyway, clean water. We have lead in our water, and you can guess, anyway. Where do we go with this? So what are you running for again?
The House of Representatives here in Tennessee, District 12.
And you're doing well, I hear.
I'm getting there. It's slow but sure.
That elicited no confidence. You rolled your eyes and said, "I'm getting there."
I am fighting against the trans-publicans. And if you haven't been following Tennessee politics lately, you will know that Tennessee GOP is probably one of the most corrupt state GOP parties. If you look at the legislation that we've passed in the last couple of years with a super majority in our General Assembly, 75% Republicans, we can't get anything conservative passed. Nothing. They're afraid.
You know the cop flag, right, with the blue stripe through it. Yeah. And someone sent this to me. It said, "These colors don't run into schools and save children."
Right.
Why do you think those cops? And this is an old story at this point, but why do I have my theory. Why do you think they were told to stand down for an hour and 15 minutes? Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure. I can only speculate that.
Well, do you want to speculate? Because I think the speculation for a lot of people is that dead kids are good for their cause, and I think look, we already have laws. We already have so many gun laws. We don't need more gun laws. They're not enforcing them. They being the people in power, and they want us to give up our guns.
And I've mentioned this on my podcast enough. You know, the battle cry from every lefty out there is the question, how many kids have to die before you give up your guns?
Yeah.
And we got to stop considering that as a question. That's a threat. That is a threat.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, that's true. And I think about the new Star Wars started with, I mean, really endless graphic. Obi-Wan, it's called. And there's an actress on there, and if you don't like her, you're racist. No, she's just not a good actress. I mean, I like Lando; he could act, but it started with children, and I mean, guy, I'll tell you, they didn't used to kill the dog in the movies, maybe in a horror movie once in a while. And they didn't used to kill kids, and this, I'm telling you, 2 shows they're hot with the kids. Obi-Wan Kenobi. It starts with, I mean, brutal slaughter, and Stranger Things, a show that I watch with my daughters, and it's a great show. And I mean, it was graphically violent and endless. So, do you know when you pump your gas, that wire that goes around the nozzle? Yeah. Do you know why that's there?
Anti-spark?
No, I heard it was ribbed for your enjoyment. As they give it to you. Let me see what people are saying. Linton, somebody said, okay, have I not said Linton, or they're just giving you what's up? No more fart rape. I don't know what that is. I think they're talking to you, Louie. Don't take your love to town, Ruby. I like that. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, all right. Don't take your love to town. Thank you. Well, did you ever listen to the song Ruby and what that's about?
No.
I want you to listen to it when we're done talking, Larry Linton. Okay. And so Kenny Rogers goes off to war, and his legs are blowed off, and he comes back and he's laying there, and this whore goes out every night and has sex, and he's watching. He can see he can't move because he's been paralyzed or messed up in Vietnam, and he sees the sun going down. Oh, and at the end you hear the tires. He goes, for God's sake, please turn around. Can you imagine, Larry? Now I know you. Are you married, Larry?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You identify as a heterosexual?
Absolutely.
Me too. Proud heterosexual. That's my pride. I got the pride. But imagine you're a proud heterosexual and your legs get blowed off, and your wife is going out every night and whoring around on you. Can you imagine that?
No.
Oh, man. Terrible. Have you heard the latest? I'm saying I got to come up with more conspiracy theories because all my other ones have come true. Have you heard the latest Chinese conspiracy?
No.
This is what they're going to sit back and do nothing and just watch the liberals destroy us.
Well, they're aiding and abetting it. They're paying for it too.
I'm also reading something very disturbing that if you homeschool your children, Larry, there's a good choice. They may not pick another gender. They may believe in God, and they may not be communist, Larry. That's what happens when you homeschool, Larry.
I think everybody in this nation needs to start homeschooling. Because
we just had a moment from the Big Lebowski. Larry, that's what happens. Larry, you see what happens when you don't homeschool? Your kid becomes a communist, Larry. You see that, Larry? Do you remember that scene? Oh, wow. Man. All right. Wow. So you got the commies there too, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Look, every state I go to, I like to, and I'm traveling all over America, man. This is what I do now. And, you sure have great food. What's the country guys? There was a country guys bar I went to, a famous country singer. It couldn't be anybody, right?
Right.
Just big old mugs and just meat and food and good, just, mac and cheese. And we don't get a lot of that in Chicago. I have a nice restaurant in Chicago. And certainly can't get good sweet tea here. But we have a thing called a Chicago beef sandwich. We have a Rick O'Benny's mess that I'll take you there. I couldn't even describe it. What a disgusting mess it is, but so delicious. But we have the Chicago hot dog, Chicago pizza, all that cliche stuff. What is Nashville food? Or what is Tennessee food? We're going to eat Tennessee, Larry. Where you take
Memphis barbecue.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing.
What's the place in Memphis? What's the famous Rendezvous?
Rendezvous. Yep.
Now I'm a certified American Royal Barbecue judge in a single digit. I am considered to have a world-class palate when it comes to barbecue. I shit you not. And I'm telling you, I have a real problem with your barbecue, son. And I'll tell you what that is. I don't like that they don't peel the membrane off. They do not.
That rendezvous, they don't. There's other places they do. I'm cooking up some ribs tomorrow, and I'm peeling the membrane off.
So, folks, if you don't understand, you have ribs, and you have to peel this skin off, and then the ribs are there. And usually they do it at our butcher shops here.
Right.
I went to get some skirt steak, and it was, I don't know, $11 a pound, and I think they said it was $18 a pound if we clean it.
What?
I'm not kidding you. This is a new thing that I'm not aware of. So, so barbecue. Look, I like a dry rub, and I like some kick to it. That's a Kansas City style I was brought up with. Look, I've had some great barbecue, and you guys certainly, not my favorite, but great barbecue is always judged by the brisket, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what barbecue is there anything else?
I don't know, Kaylee. What
You got to be missing something. All right. Let's keep. You think about it, Larry. Maybe your wife will send you a note, or pass you a note. Larry, 66-year-old man, is upset around here because he refuses to answer the question of whether or not he's pregnant. He's 66. They wouldn't let him donate blood unless he gave the answer. The schools near where I live, Larry, the boys' rooms, the little boys' rooms, or whatever they identify as, has tampons.
That's for the bullet holes in Chicago. They're good for that.
Credit. Good one. I don't want to ever have this guy on again. I don't want anyone on the show that's funnier than me. Son of a bitch. No, I'm kidding. Dick Cavett, though, you knew if you were on the Dick Cavett show back in the day, and the audience laughed at you, I'll never be back. He would say, "Don't ever have him again." I actually like people that are funny and funnier than me. Same thing with Bill Maher. They said to me, "Hey, I was on Bill Maher's show. They said, hey, don't be funnier than Bill." Well, that's impossible.
Right?
That's impossible. The two schools nearest me, now listen to this. Tell me, you won't believe how racist this is. You probably never heard anything like this. The two, not our school district, but two that border me, they will not use attendance or testing when it comes to African-American children. Only African-American children. Of course, Evanston, I could spit on from here, and they're the first place in America to pay reparations. This is the madness. And, my family fought and died. We were Northerners.
Right.
No offense, Larry, but we weren't. And if we had any Southerners, we didn't have any money. We didn't have plantations.
Didn't have enough money to fight.
How many whiteys died? We don't ever talk about that. We don't talk about how the same. Do you know the same areas in Africa that sold slaves back then? They're still selling slaves.
Correct.
They still sell slaves in Africa. There's still slavery. I mean, if you actually want to do something about slavery, I don't know. I'm looking around. I see some kids with some nice kicks and some nice cell phone. Life looks pretty good in America. I know everybody was a king. Everybody was a king in whatever country they came from. It was the best. I know you're really having to slog along here in America, but I don't know. I'm just getting sick of us getting kicked around. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I love this country, Larry. I love you, Larry.
But the government's doing it to us.
Larry, I'd like to kiss you. Larry, I'd like to kiss you on the mouth. Would that make you uncomfortable?
That would be very uncomfortable.
Okay, Larry, you know what? You just passed the first test. That was a Mancow test.
Good.
Now, let me ask you something, Larry. If you were with a man in college, you experimented, physical stuff, would you be gay? Would you consider that gay?
That would be a hard question to ask because I don't think I would even try to experiment.
No, okay. I'm still wondering. I'm going back to the 80s. I'm still wondering if that guy was a liar. Let's see what else we got here. How about, do you have a special gravy in Nashville? That can't be what he means. Dude, is this real? Yes, it is. It's real fun. All right. Yes, it's gay. Okay. All right. Now take Larry off. Take Larry off. He shouldn't be part of this. I don't want to. Okay. Thank you guys. Real quick. Is it gay? Larry, we can still hear you, for God's sakes. Ooh, would he cough up a Smurf? La, 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 la. Ran across his desk, whatever he just coughed up. No, but if you don't push back, is it gay? Nudie. You're an actor. You're a thespian. Is it gay if you don't push back? Nudie. Is it gay if you don't push back?
I have no clue.
Put your face up here. Why aren't you showing your face?
Oh, my face.
I didn't know you were a veteran.
I'm looking at the keyboard. That's why you don't see my face.
Hey, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
You just played Roosevelt.
Yes.
Teddy Roosevelt.
I did.
And you had the big mustache and everything.
I had the big mustache and everything.
Would you give us one of your lines?
Bully. How's that?
Wow.
Bully is the term I usually employ to show approval, but in your case, I simply mean bully.
Oh, holy! Larry, is it like Teddy Roosevelt was here with us?
It was right
but
there.
I mean, no. I know it's not possible because it's a podcast. My God! All right, get off. Larry, put up Larry's website. Larry, I want everybody, and we were number one and then some in Tennessee. They dig on the Mancow, so we're gonna get you some voters. And you're the real deal, and you're a real fighter. And I've been contacted about you for about 6 months, and I know you're down there fighting. Will you meet me in Nashville? Will you go to Greg Locke's church with me next time I'm there?
Oh, we'll definitely make arrangements. My job takes me out of state a lot, but if we can schedule
Just
it,
say no. Everyone can tell you're saying no. If you don't hang out with me, I wasn't serious about the kissing on the lips stuff.
Oh no. Well, that was what
Barry.
scared me there a bit.
I'm not headed that way. Come on. All right. Well, thank you, Larry. Let's say thank you to Larry, everybody. Thank you, Larry. Guys, and I want to talk to you about something that's very close and personal to my heart, and that is premature ejaculation. Now, they say you suffer from it, but I don't feel like I'm suffering. No. Get Larry's name. Get Larry's name off there, too, Nudie. He doesn't want to be part of this. I don't want to hurt his campaign. Well, folks, what do you think? Little orange man, huh? Little orange man here.
Thank you. God bless you. And God bless America.
Yeah, God bless America. Is God going to bless America? I gave you the Bible verse earlier. Do you think God is going to bless us? You think God will give us a break? I don't know. I need you to say, how bad is it every time I point to you? Okay? How bad is it? Okay? This economy is so bad.
How bad is it?
It's so bad that I got a credit card in the mail pre-declined. This economy is so bad.
How bad is it?
Rich guys are playing miniature golf. This economy is so bad. How bad is it? Mormons have decided to only take one wife. This economy is so bad.
How bad is it?
It's so bad that McDonald's is selling a quarter of a quarter pounder. This economy is so bad.
How bad is it?
It's so bad that Angelina Jolie has put up her kids for adoption. This economy is so bad.
How bad is it?
A picture is only worth 200 words now. This economy is so bad.
How bad is it?
Chips Enough is smoking regular ditchweed, not hybrid. Good night, everybody. Greg Locke next week.